to. But when you realize that you are living a life of misery, discomfort, sadness, depression, struggle, strife, you got to tell yourself, I got to disconnect. I've got to remove myself from those people, those places, those things that are a burden to me, that are breaking me, that are destroying me. Y'all, my baby in the background back there waving. But I'm saying, we struggle and we just stay in that place. It is so hard. I'm telling you today, y'all got to start to disconnect. You got to close the door on some people. You got to close the chapter, begin a new one, and live in the best way that you can right now. Time is winding down and people are dying every single day. Somebody didn't get up today. Somebody might not even get to lay down tonight, not on this side. So we have to stop taking life for granted and stop doing the same things over and over again, expecting to get different results. That's just not going to happen. It's straight insanity. I know that people function in dysfunction as if it's normal. There's nothing normal about it. Some people are raised in a dysfunctional family. Some people are in dysfunctional relationships. They have dysfunctional friendships. But when are you going to recognize that that's the case and you need to separate yourself from those things? That your life isn't going to change. That the things that you desire aren't going to come to pass because you are living the wrong way. Doing the wrong things. Being influenced by the wrong people. There's nothing positive going to come from that. So you know, if it's negative, it's going to reciprocate negativity. And likewise with positive. If it's positive, that's what you're going to get back. So stop thinking that if I just hang on a little while longer, if I just stay in this clique a little longer, you know, everybody's going to turn around or things are going to change, because that's not necessarily the case. Some people don't even have a desire to be any different. And as sad as that is, and although we might not understand and we look at it like, you know, why aren't you ready to be different, or why haven't you changed, or when are you going to change, or I know you can change. None of that is concrete. None of that is good enough. So you got to say to yourself, you know, am I really just hoping and wishing, or is this, you know, is it possible for these people to be different and really change? Maybe, maybe not. But you don't need to stick around and continue to wait, hindering your own self and your own ability to grow and be great. If you are dealing with someone and they are really toxic, you know it. You don't feel the desire to do things yourself. So then you're struggling and you're stuck because the person you're connected to is struggling and they're stuck. Then if they're abusive, or, you know, whether that's verbally or physically, people are afraid to remove themselves from those situations, you know, and don't know who to talk to regarding it. We got to be wise and open our eyes and be available. Don't turn your back on somebody and judge them because they are making a choice to be in a place that you think you wouldn't dare to be in, because you never know. I don't think people wake up expecting to put themselves in the most negative situations. However, I do know that there comes a time you have to recognize this situation is toxic and terrible for me, not conducive to a healthy lifestyle for myself, and I'm not going to gain anything by staying in this place. Y'all, depression is of the devil. Suicide is of the devil. Those things, those spirits are so strong. And in our communities, they are so relevant. And we would not even expect them to be. But mental illness is real. The mental disorders are real. So we have to stop playing them down and stop acting as if our children are not experiencing these negative thoughts or these negative things. And we have to start praying and being examples that we want them to follow. We're their influence. And we have to get out of the cycle of being dysfunctional and really begin to be who God has called you to be. I keep going back to that because it's so important and it means everything. I have no reason to want to function outside of myself, because in being myself, God knows I was a wreck. So I need to function in the place that God calls me to do. So when I wake up, I'm asking that I decrease so that he may increase, so that I can do the work that he has called me to do, so that I can be as positive as I can possibly be, even in the midst of the worst circumstances, even when things are hard and I have no clue why they must be that way. Sickness, death, whatever the case may be, the things that we often question, we just have to understand that God is in control of all of those things. And so in order to be better, to do better, to, function in that place of being better, you have to make a decision. So that starts with you. Your mind has to be made up. And once you make your mind up, you're on your way up. Stop settling for where you are. Staying stuck in a place where you don't belong. Y'all just don't get, I need y'all to get there. Stop staying where you are, because you don't have to stay there. Your mind needs to be completely made up. And in anything that we decide we want to do, we do it. It's just that. Your mind over matter. Stop spending your time around people who are telling you to stay stuck, to stay in a negative place, influencing you to be less than great. Some people don't want to see you be better anyway. They pretend they want you to do well, but as soon as things are going good for you, they're gone. They don't want to deal with you anymore. Those people aren't the people you need in your circle to begin with. And just because you decide you're not going to have somebody, or you're not going to be connected to someone, doesn't necessarily mean, you think you're better than they are. Because you don't have to necessarily think you're better than someone to outgrow them. And I have outgrown many people in my life. I'm at a place where I spend time with next to no one other than my husband and my children. I'm not saying that I don't have to, spend time around other people, but I have been very content over the last few years with my family. I pray for divine connections. I pray for great friendships, but until God sends people to be in my presence on a more regular basis, I'm cool with the small group of people I deal with. Hey Sue, hey Kel. But I'm just saying, I am praying that you all get out of the negativity and the space of being connected, whether it's physically, sexually, either way, those things are not going to benefit you. If those are the only reasons why you deal with the people you deal with, or the person you're dealing with, if those two things are the only thing, you have absolutely nothing. It means nothing. So you're going to need to truly self-evaluate. Go over the things that you really desire. Start writing things down. You need to journal if necessary. Have a prayer journal. Whatever it is that's going to help you to get your thoughts out and to rationalize the choices you are making, the people you are being surrounded by, and if you are functioning in a way that you wish to change. Write that out. Get in the proper place. You need to be praying. You need to be fasting. You need to get connected to someone who is on a higher level spiritually, as a mentor, as a guide, to help you. Sometimes we want to be so independent and think, oh, I can do it. I can do everything on my own. No. That's not necessarily all. People think, oh, I'm only strong if I can do this by myself. That's not true. That's not strength, y'all. I need other people to help me. I need people to encourage me. But not just anybody. Because everybody is not meaning it or really wanting you to do well. Wanting to see you come up. That's not, you got to stop pretending that you don't recognize people being fake towards you when you know that they're no good for you. I don't care if you've been friends 20 years. I'm telling you today, if that person is toxic to you and what you're trying to do, you need to stop being connected to them. Like yesterday. We make excuses for why we continue to be in a situation. I love this person, or they make me happy. But then they can't take you anywhere. They're not willing to be seen with you. How is that happiness? How is that love? It's not. So stop settling. Stop thinking it's okay to just put up with anything. And be okay with that. You are living your life every day miserable and sad, lonely and depressed because you are refusing to make a choice, to make a decision and then go from there. Nobody said it was going to be easy or that it should be easy, because when we work hard and we really put in the work, I'm telling you, you feel so good and so grateful to God for where you go and what, the places that you are allowed to be in after the work is done. It's got to get dark. And it's always darkest right before dawn, but you knew that. So when that light begins to shine in, or when you are the light, when you enter the room and you light the room up with what God has blessed you with and the gift that He has stirred up on the inside of you, be glad. Walk in confidence and know that this is what God is having me do, and I'm sorry that I can't be connected to you, but I have to go on. I have to move on. Because everybody can't continue to go with you as you go up. And they surely won't sitting down when you were down. They won't all laying around you like, this is the place to be. When things are down and things are hard, nobody's trying to sit around you. They going on with their own life, doing their own thing. Things are going good for them. They're out here, they're over there, they're doing whatever. But they're not in your face while you're lonely and crying and sad and brokenhearted. They're not in your face trying, I don't really want to hear. I'm not going to call her today because all she's going to do is complain and be sad, or, they're not trying to help you come up out of that dark state. I can guarantee the person to pull you up out of that is going to be God. And as soon as you get up, you want to pretend He didn't get you out of that state. You're wrong. I'm going to need for you to get a little more mature. Check yourself. Know that you need to be true to yourself. And begin to function in the greatness that was already placed on the inside of you. Because you have the ability. We're just waiting for you to flourish. Come on out with it. Stop. Stop with what you're doing. Stop with the settling, the negativity, the nastiness, the attitude. If you are sick and you are depressed or you are suicidal, talk to somebody. Go see somebody. You call the doctor. You make an appointment. Stop being ashamed. Those spirits are alive and they are all over the place trying to destroy so many people, starting with the mind. Because the mind is, our thoughts, they're so big. They will manifest into reality. What we're thinking, influences what comes out of our mouths. And then what we're speaking, that thing is going to grow and be what it really is. So you got to be able to clear your mind of all the negative thoughts. Begin to speak the positive things that you wish to see manifest in your life. And then watch that thing come about. Watch it happen right before your eyes while you're so busy believing the best for other people. You need to start believing the best for yourself starting right now in this moment on this day. I am praying y'all have a great week. I really appreciate you tuning in with me on Sundays over here at the radio station. I appreciate the opportunity with the Prince of Gospel. I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. And please, Michael going slow.
How can I find you?
You can find me, of course, on Facebook Tuesday and Thursdays at Tika Talks. That's Teeka. Talks is with an S. On YouTube, same, Tika Talks. Instagram, Tika Talks. If y'all need me, you can email me at tikatalks@yahoo.com. Hope you guys have an awesome week. Do what you do best. That's being you.
This is